welcome to Knowledge Lighthouse. Today, we're unpacking some absolutely fascinating insights from Navigating Modern Love, Technological Influences on Modern Romance by Blaze X, Maverick. Just think about how we find, sustain, and experience love today. It's a completely different landscape than it was even a couple of decades ago, right? The rules have changed, the tools have definitely changed, and honestly, our internal expectations have shifted so dramatically. We're looking at this wild fusion of ancient tradition and rapid technological progress. So let's look closely at the data and analysis on how technology isn't just changing how we communicate, but how it's literally rewiring the human heart.
So here's the crucial, provocative question we really have to ask. Is technology actually ruining modern romance? You've probably felt this friction yourself, swiping on an app until your thumb goes completely numb, or staring at a couple's flawless vacation post on social media while you and your partner are arguing over whose turn it is to do the dishes. We all feel this tension between the digital world and our real lives. But what does the research actually say? Is the digital age destroying love, or is it just fundamentally adapting it to a whole new era?
Section 1. The Digital Meet Cute. Let's dive right into this new world of digital courtship.
In the 21st century, dating apps and complex algorithms have basically replaced traditional matchmakers, mutual friends, and chance encounters. And this creates some incredible friction between two competing forces that really define digital dating. On one hand, we have the democratization of love. Technology has totally broken down geographical barriers. You have unprecedented access to millions of potential partners you would literally never cross paths with in your everyday routine. Sounds amazing, right? But on the flip side, this sheer abundance creates choice overload. The source material explains that when you have infinite options, it often leads to decision paralysis. And even worse, those rapid swiping mechanics can foster a disposable mentality. People start to view relationships and even other humans as easily replaceable commodities rather than meaningful connections. And that brings us to the next major hurdle, the virtual first impression. We've all seen profiles where someone claims to be an avid mountain climber, but their only evidence is one heavily filtered photo from 2016. Before a single word is ever spoken face-to-face, perceptions are firmly cemented by curated profile pictures and witty bios. This dynamic forces individuals to craft these highly polished online personas, which immediately raises serious questions about authenticity. The text highlights how this visual, highly edited nature of platforms introduces a huge potential for misrepresentation. It really challenges the integrity of the dating landscape, making trust an immediate obstacle before that first date even begins.
Moving on to Section 2, Social Media and Romance. Let's explore the era of curated relationships. Okay, here is where the day-to-day reality of a relationship collides head-on with the digital world. The source defines a powerful phenomenon known as digital jealousy. This refers to those creeping feelings of inadequacy or discontent that pop up when you compare your real, sometimes messy relationship to the idealized, carefully curated portrayals on your social media feed. Social media platforms serve as both a canvas and a mirror. Couples showcase only their absolute best moments of joy, creating this perfect digital storyline of their love, while the rest of us measure our own private, ordinary milestones against those heavily filtered illusions.
This quote directly from the text really drives the psychological weight of this home. It says, the pressure to conform to curated ideals of happiness can impact individuals' self-esteem and contribute to unrealistic expectations. The pursuit of external validation through likes, comments, and shares can literally dictate how satisfied individuals feel within their own romantic partnerships. It's an exhausting pursuit of perfection, and it can lead to emotional strain, anxiety, and a profound sense of disconnection from what really matters. If you find this analysis valuable, please like and subscribe to Knowledge Lighthouse to help us bring more truths to light. Section 3. The Celebrity Love Illusion. Let's look at how pop culture shapes our romantic ideals. Pop culture icons play a massive role in shaping the romantic expectations we unconsciously absorb. The celebrity impact hits us in three distinct ways. First is the spectacle of romance. These are those perfectly orchestrated, highly visible, grand gestures, setting aspirational templates for our own lives. Second is brand endorsements. The industry commodifies these ideals, making us feel like we literally need to buy a specific luxury car or a certain diamond ring just to experience true love. But thirdly, and I find this quite fascinating, are the teachable moments. When these highly publicized, seemingly perfect relationships fail, those very public breakups challenge the fairy tale. They prompt a broader societal reflection on the fragility of love, showing us that behind a curated image, human connection requires deep, messy resilience.
Section 4. Bridging the virtual distance. Navigating long-distance love. Now, when physical distance separates a couple, we see a fascinating contrast between physical challenges and innovative digital solutions. For example, time zone disparities are countered by asynchronous communication, like leaving a heartfelt voice note or video message for your partner to wake up to. The lack of physical touch is substituted, creatively, by virtual date nights, shared movie sessions, and online gaming. And to fight emotional distance, couples engage in digital memory making, building shared digital spaces like collaborative journals or playlists. Technology in this context acts as a vital, life-sustaining bridge across thousands of miles.
However, as the source text warns, this brings us to the paradox of connectivity. Virtual connections enable constant communication, but they can simultaneously create a profound sense of emotional distance. It's incredibly ironic, isn't it? We can be totally tethered to our devices, constantly receiving text messages and status updates, yet still struggle to maintain genuine, authentic emotional closeness. The lack of nonverbal cues, like tone of voice, a reassuring look, or just a simple physical touch, means that navigating digital miscommunication requires a high degree of emotional intelligence and very intentional effort. Section 5. Redefining modern commitment. Let's explore these evolving relationship structures.
So, what does commitment actually look like today? The source text outlines these new dynamics, showing a clear move away from rigid historical models. First, we see fluid relationship milestones. Couples are defining their own significant moments rather than just defaulting to traditional markers like marriage. Second, there's a strong push for egalitarian decision-making, breaking away from prescribed gender roles to embrace shared parenting and mutual career support. Third, the rise of individualism means there's a very delicate, intentional balancing act between me time, personal autonomy and growth, and we time. And finally, the text notes the rise of diverse relationship structures, such as polyamory and ethical non-monogamy. This really reflects a cultural shift toward partnerships that are defined by radical transparency, communication, and mutual consent, rather than strict traditional exclusivity.
Which brings us to a final provocative thought. Are we adapting to technology, or is technology adapting our hearts? As we've seen throughout this explainer, the digital era isn't just handing us new, convenient tools to find love. It is fundamentally altering our expectations, our vulnerabilities, and our very definition of what it means to be committed. It's a complex landscape, filled with both digital pitfalls and unprecedented opportunities for connection. It definitely leaves us with a lot to think about regarding our own modern love stories.
For the complete deep dive, own the paperback. Get your copy through the link in the description. Please share this video and check the description for more.